Some people have said that it's hard to make a masculine-looking character in Oblivion Remastered. Today, I'm going to show you just a few things you can tweak to turn this guy into this guy. All right, without further ado, let's get to it. Right here is the one I've created. Now I'm going to show you all his settings, and I'll show you how to easily manify any of the girly man designs they have for you there. So yeah, anyway, here's your default Imperial Male preset. Right, and here he is with just a couple of tweaks. I'm going to show you these tweaks that we can make and all that stuff. We're going to make some really cool male characters. So let's have a look at these settings, and I'll show you everything we could do to make this guy look like this. I'm going to show you how just in a few tweaks we'll make the one that I had. I'll show you all his sliders and everything, but I'm going to show you how to add all the masculine stuff. We're going to manify this guy really quick, all right? So the thing that's making him look girly is actually not his hair, although we will take his hair off. Let's take his hair off. It's really best to design a face with no hair anyway. That was not his girly feature. His girly feature is actually that his eyes are about 3 times too big. You're going to see him turn into a man. Oops, wrong button. Here, really quick. As soon as we take this, take his eyes down to about there. And, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. No, but seriously, as you can see, that's a huge part of it. That, and there's one other glaring thing here. There's actually one other glaring thing. The other glaring thing is that our man here is wearing lipstick. Yeah, it's probably easy to miss. Watch this. Oh, look at that. No more lipstick. Yeah, that could be easy to miss. All right. So we got that fixed. What else can we do? A lot of this stuff is a lot of it's probably common sense. Maybe some people aren't as familiar with a lot of these sliders. We're going to go to jaw, and don't be afraid. Go ahead and yank this all the way up. That's maybe a bit much, actually. The guy I showed you had his jaw all the way up, but he also had facial hair. No facial hair, but we want a little bit there. Yeah. About right there. That's really all you need to do. Another thing that you can do, I did with my guy, is kind of, I made a remark in my first video here showing the attractive females. I made a remark about the nose. Yeah, well, this is a man, so we're going to want to go with that. Yeah, maybe a little more tough-looking nose there. Maybe a little more right there. All right, so anyway, these are some of the small things that you can do really quick, and then we can quickly, I'm going to show you exactly the settings I had on that guy, but, give him a cool, like, no, that's a lame hairstyle. There we go. Something like that, is what I had, like the, something like that. Give him some facial hair. That's Abraham Lincoln. We need something like, this is actually what I had on that guy. I think that's pretty tough right there, really. Right, so we're going to go ahead and have a look at that. I just want to show you that some of the settings that you can do really quick are just simply make the eyes smaller, move the chin out a bit, and definitely take off the lipstick. So, yeah, it's actually not that hard. So we're going to go load the game that we had, which is right here. All right, so we're back here with this guy. I'm going to show you all the sliders and everything that goes behind this guy. And I mentioned one thing I will show you, though. I mentioned taking off the lipstick. That may be so, but I did sneak some makeup on there in the form of eyeshadow. Now, that may or may not be for you. You could decide that the eyeliner is manly or not. You do see it on his eyelids when he blinks, to be fair. So be aware that I have that in there. It draws your attention to the eyes. What it does is it draws your attention to the eyes, and you can run without it. But you see, I think it's adding that little touch of gray eyeliner right there really puts some impact on the eyes, and it doesn't hurt the manliness aspect whatsoever. I'm going to show you all the things I did. Another thing I did was I tweaked some eyes and eyebrow stuff. We're going to show you all that, and I'll tell you why for everything. I actually didn't change a whole lot, so this should be pretty easy. In the tone menu, I turned his lipstick off. That's definitely a good start to making a man, right? His eyes, actually didn't touch his eyes. His eyes are fine. I pay a lot less attention to my guys that I make. Guys are tough. They don't need pretty eyes. So here's the first settings that we'll have a look at. All right, so you guys ready to write down some settings? Here's how you make this guy right here. We'll start with tone and skin. I gave him a little bit of this for the eyes, just to get some shading on his, bags under his eyes and his eye sockets, some shading there, right here. And that's it. I didn't want to make him look like a painted whore. Just did a little bit there. Now, makeup again. All that we have here is I took lipstick off. I added that eyeshadow. It's up to you. I think it looks good. we'll see when we take him outside, right? Let's go to shape. Start with brow. What I did here is I lowered his brow. I raised the inner brow and lowered the outside brow. I wanted eyes that looked like this, basically. Yeah. So that's what we got here. Those three numbers right there. Cheeks. Did I touch anything here? Nope. I tried to touch as little as I could. I touched nothing on chin. Eyes here. Yeah, I made them way smaller. And that was the biggest noticeable difference right there. It's just that was everything right there. That's really about all I had to do. But because I made them smaller, I then had to move them a little closer together. So there you go. Face. I didn't change any of these settings. I was, yeah, you know, some people have said that they've had trouble making masculine men. Maybe it's just knowing what settings to use, because I didn't need any of this. Forehead, I didn't touch these. Jaw. Yeah, okay, yeah, see, I didn't max it. I put it there. I think that's a good, kind of makes him look like he's like clenching his teeth. You know, he looks a little tough, but not like he's constipated or something. He looks just about right, I think. Mouth. I made his lips a little thinner and his mouth a little wider. So you can see some settings here. I turned his smile down just a little bit. And then down here, I just messed with his lips just a little bit. See, I deflated his lips and just made his mouth a little broader. Pretty simple. The nose, I did a fair few settings. Okay, maybe not that much. Mostly with the Celian and the bridge. I just wanted kind of that, it's kind of a more chiseled, masculine look to his nose. So the settings we have are in, I'm just looking here. So bridge right here to 19. On short, long. And then down here in Celian, I just made a couple just to kind of chisel it out a little bit. 42 there, 35 there. And that's all the sliders. I got really excited when I thought of this in my head, and I did this, and I got really excited because he does look really tough. What happens if we make this hair longer? Does it make his beard longer? No, just his... Oh, we can take this down. That's right. Oh, let's make it shorter. All right, that's better. Yeah, make it shorter. All right, and oh yeah, hair color. It doesn't matter. I just hit black, black. I cranked the gradient up. Not that it matters because it's black on black, but it looks like this in here, right? So let's see what it looks like. By all means, let's see what it looks like in the game. All right, so this is Imperial, and the reason I showed you like the basic things I did, you know, making the eyes smaller, making the chin a little wider, those basic things, taking off the lipstick, obviously, is you should be able to apply that to any of the races. I haven't tried yet. I started with Imperial because the Imperial already starts off with kind of the chiseled nose I want and kind of the eyes. And the eyes are one thing you can't change. Look at this guy. That is a tough guy. Now, if only he had like body hair or a speck of dirt on him or something, he looks a little too, but that looks good. That looks good. So don't tell me you can't make a manly man in Oblivion Remastered. That looks pretty darn good. I'm really excited about this. I really am. I lost track of what I was saying there. I think he's kind of small. I think all the men's bodies are kind of small, but there's nothing you can do about that. You know, this is Oblivion Remastered is fresh graphics on a 20-year-old game. You know, I don't remember back then. I played the original Oblivion somewhere. I've got the disc, but it's been, you know, since at least 2007 since I played it. But I don't remember, but there probably weren't different body sizes. There probably wasn't dirt and face paint and stuff. Man, that is a good looking, I just got to say, he looks tough. He looks really good. He looks better than my first character that I made. Anyway, so yeah, you could probably apply these settings to any of the, oh yeah, why I chose Imperial. The nose and also the eyes. The eyes, that's what I was saying. You can't change the eyes. You can change the noses. The nose has a lot of options to reshape every bit of it, but you can't reshape the eyes at all. So you can only make them far apart, close together, up, down, big, small, or tilt in or out. That's the weirdest thing. You can't change them. And Imperials have good, tough, masculine looking eyes because the way the brows are over them. That said, Nords might as well. So that's why I started with this. All right, guys, I got us some fur armor. I thought he might look better in this. Let's see. Look at that guy. Now that guy's a stud. Don't tell me you can't make a manly man in Oblivion Remastered. That's pretty cool looking. All right, guys. So be sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Maybe, you know, I'm starting to think maybe I was mistaken. Didn't someone say it was hard to make a masculine character? I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I hit just the right buttons, just the right time or something. So yeah, just copy the sliders that I showed you and use some of those tips. Make the eyes smaller, make the mouth wider with little thinner lips. Take off the lipstick for one. And Don't make him like look mean. And I actually raised his inner eyebrows. I didn't want him looking angry. I just wanted him looking tough, maybe a little tired. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Yeah, again, tell me what you think in the comments down below. And be sure you subscribe and click that notification bell for more content like this real soon. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you later.